Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about functional programming. I'll just read through the introduction real quick. Introduction to the functional programming challenges. Functional programming is an approach to software development based around evaluation of functions. Like mathematics, function is the programming map input to output to produce a result. You can combine basic functions in many ways to build more and more complex programs. Functional programming follows a few core principles. Functions are independent from the state of the program or global variables. They only depend on arguments passed into them to make a calculation. Functions try to limit any changes to the state of the program and avoid changes to the global objects holding data. Functions have a minimal side effect in the program. The functional programming software development approach breaks a program into small testable parts. This section covers basic functional programming principles in JavaScript. So let's go to the first lesson. Okay, so functional programming. Learn about functional programming. Functional programming is a style of programming where the solutions are simple, isolated functions without any side effects on the outside of the function scope. Input, process, output. Functional programming is about isolated functions. There is no dependence on the state of the program, which includes global variables that are subject to change. And then pure functions, the same input always gives the same output. And then functions with limited side effects. Any changes or mutations to the state of the program outside of the function are carefully controlled. The members of Free Code Camp happen to love T. In the code editor, the prepare_t and get_t functions are already defined for you. Call the get_t function to get 40 cups of tea for the team and store them in the T4Team Free Code Camp variable. T for Code Camp variable. So here, it says add the code you want to above this line. A long process to prepare a cup of tea. So you create a tea that just makes a new tea. And then given the number of, so this is being ironic, a long process to prepare tea. I mean, basically they're just saying that this prepare tea creates a green tea instance. Given number of cups of tea, param number, so the number of cups of tea is the parameter in this function, requires cups of tea. And then we return an array of given the amount of teacups. Okay, so the number of cups, so for I, the cups is equal to 1, cups is less than the number of cups, so if you passed in 3, cups right now is equal to 1, and then while that is less than or equal to 3, you're going to add one more and run through here. So you make a T, and then you push the T onto the teacups array. And then because we are passing in the number 3, well, cups becomes, we add 1 to cups, and then we have 2 cups, which is still less than or equal to 3, so we do this again. Now teacups has 2, essentially just strings of green tea pushed onto it, and then cups iterates up by 1, making it 3, and then 3 is less than or equal to the number of cups, that's true, so we do it again, we create a new instance of tea, of a teacup, and then we push that onto the teacup onto the teacups. I think this could be called tray, even better. Push this onto the tray, and then our cups becomes 4. Because 4 is not less than or greater than this, we leave, and then we come to this return val, and we return the teacups. So teacups, T4Team Free Code Camp. What do we need to do here? We can say get T, and then we pass in how many do we want? 40. And then this will become a variable where it says green tea 40 times. So now we have 40 green teas. If we run the tests, we'll see that it passes. I think that I went over that pretty well, so I hope you guys appreciate that. We're just calling a function with the variable passed in. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next lesson.